Alright guys, so this is going to be a live stream type of video, since that's all I'm really going to kind of do on here. Um, what I basically want to do is go over how you're supposed to play aircraft carriers. And basically the reason why I want to do this video, because other people will probably end up doing this type of video as well, is the fact that I go into a lot of lobbies and the people that play on aircraft carriers do not really know how exactly they are supposed to play with that ship. And the problem being is they just go start shooting like at the first ships that are right by them or close to them, or they attack them the wrong way, or they don't realize what game mode they're in and are not helping their team at all. So what you have to realize is in this game, um, you have a team, and the different modes. If you play AI, it's going to be easy, and I might do a couple of those just to show. But when you're playing against other players, and you have, say, a domination map, you got 3 capture points, and depending on where you spawn, you kind of want to let your team know where the other ships are at, so they know how to proceed. If they should go cap the point, or if they should hold back and maybe take out the ships that are on the other side. And basically, a lot of people that play aircraft carriers, especially in the beginning, because I did the same thing, you don't really know until you find out later. So that's why I figured I'd make this and show you how exactly you are supposed to uh, play with carriers. So what I'm going to do, these are the aircraft carriers I have at my disposal. Um, I like playing with Serov, and I just recently got the Pavetta, which they're basically the same, just one has slightly different takeoff and whatnot. It's a couple different things, but um, these are the carriers we got. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start a game with the Serov here, and for the reason of this Soviet aircraft carrier, I don't have the aircraft carrier commander available yet, so I had to use Nikolai von Essen for my captain here, and I'll just kind of let you guys see how I have it set up. But basically, his main base trait is the angle of your ship's shells are 2 degrees, which really doesn't matter because you're an aircraft carrier. But I have this guy on here, and since the Serov actually has really decent AA fire, this guy will help out a lot. So 3.5% will help keep a lot of those planes that are flying around me trying for the shot from bombing me or torpedoing me. Other than that, I have, for all the little trees right here, I have more AA range and damage per second to help out even more. Detectability range, 5%, that's kind of huge, because aircraft carriers are generally already kind of hard to spot already, so this will help that even more. There's really no reason in having traverse speed because you're an aircraft carrier, and there's torpedo range you really don't care about because you're not looking for torpedoes, you're in the airplane. So that being said, the next one here I have my bombers detectability are a little less, and they have more health, so that helps as well here. Damage control duration isn't a huge thing because it's already quick for the carrier. I do get one more charge, but it's not a huge thing really on that. And torpedo launcher, obviously I don't have torpedoes on the aircraft, I don't get that. Smoke screen, obviously don't have that on the carrier. The main battery range, my ship doesn't shoot, it only has secondaries. So I went ahead and put the chances of my bombs causing a fire up a little bit. And for legendary trait, I went ahead and selected fully packed. And what that does is that all my consumables, so my fighters and my damage party, they will get to me just a little quicker, not much, 2%, but it is a little quicker, and consumable charges is up 1 from what the normal is. So that being said, I'll show you here in the game what that also helps with as well, which is kind of a big help. Let's go in the game. That consumables will come in handy, and I'll start telling you why. So when you're in an airplane, whether it's your bombers or your torpedo bomber, I'm sorry, not your torpedo bomber, your torpedo planes or your bomber planes, basically, I'll disable the team chat so they don't hear me talking. Um, basically, what that is that you get a couple consumables. One is your overheating for your engine, and when you're flying your airplanes, most people know you can speed up, and what it does, you got a little graph that will show you your engine's getting hotter, and you get to a certain point where it's too hot and you can't go any faster, so you have to go at normal speed and let it cool down. Well, one of those consumables, obviously, if you use it, it cools down your engine all the way, and you don't have to worry, and it keeps going fast. So in this case, we're going to start the game. It's domination. It's got 4 capture points with us already here. I'm in the middle. What I'm going to go ahead and do is go into reverse just to get myself out of the range of people getting these caps. And we have 3 destroyers, 2 cruisers, and 3 battleships to worry about. So what I'm going to do as an aircraft carrier, the first thing you want to do is you want to find out where those destroyers are at. So I'm going to switch to bombers, because bombers are your best option to use when you're looking for destroyers. You can't really torpedo destroyers because they're so quick. But what you want to do is you want to fly around and find where these destroyers are at. Now check this out. Here's the torpedo planes from the other ship. He's coming by me. I'm going to set out a fighter. And there he goes. Now if you look at my consumables, see how the countdown is? Look what I have. I have 3, 3. Now normally I would only have 2 and 2. But since I have that guy's legendary trait, I have an extra consumable. So I can cool down my planes one more time. I can also send out fighters one more time. So that's where that little thing comes in. So here we go. We already found a destroyer. So what I want to do is I want to keep him visible to my teammates. I'm not necessarily worried about bombing him. I will if I can. And that plane already got me. But I know he's in here somewhere shooting at me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down with my bombers here. And since he's shooting at me from right there, I'm going to drop my bomber. See if I can get him. Yep, there we go. Got 1 hit on him. So I got a defend badge and I got some badge. So that stupid plane already found me. I have nobody around me in my team protecting me. If you look on the map here, there's nobody around me. Look, they're all going for these caps. I should have a teammate here around me. See where I'm putting this at on the map? There's no one around me. So as soon as they pass these guys, or these guys, there's no one to help protect me. They can just come around, torpedo me, bomb me, do whatever they want. So I right now have a team that's not currently helping me out at all. I'm going to die probably pretty quick. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I have 7 bombers. I'm going to go ahead and put my bombers out again. Now see my consumables, I'm now at 3 and 3 again. Technically I started off with 4 and then 3. I just used one of my fighters. So that extra consumable for an extra fighter, an extra cooldown, believe it or not, helps a lot. Now see, this torpedo guy over here, he's going to go over there and bomb me again, because none of my team is helping me. So I'm probably going to get taken out of this game a lot quicker than normal. And I'm going to go on my thing here, request support. Nobody's helping me at all. Yeah, he's going to bomb me. So there's nothing I can do about that. Unfortunately, I can only shoot him down. But he knows where I'm at now, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to here. And I'm going to go around because my team's not going to help me. And I'm going to get knocked out of this game quicker than I can even show you how to play it. And since he's on a Surov just like me, how his planes are going back, he only knows where my last position is. So I'm going to switch things up on him. And I'm going to move over here to the left, because that seems to be where all my team is at, C and B, because they left me with no protection. I actually got a guy coming to my help, luckily. So there's nothing I can do about it. I am almost dead. This sucks. So I'm unable to help my team at the moment because A, I had to worry about getting killed off here, and now I can't spot for my team. So hopefully I can do this now, take off, and I won't have to worry about getting killed off too weird. Now I want to go spot for my team. So we found the one destroyer, and he's already dead. So there's a second one that's already been found. And we gotta look for the third one. There's still two out there. So there's one right there. Since I know where this guy's at, I might as well go over there, keep eyes on him for my team, and see if we can't take him out. Now see, I'm overheating. I need to use one of my consumables. Sorry for that. Gotta stay away from that AA fire.
Problem solved, sir.
So that destroyer should be right in here somewhere. But see, what you want to do is, if you're flying back here, you can spot for your team and show them where everybody's at. And that's one of the main things as a carrier, is you want to fly around and you want to be able to show people where the other ships are at. That way they know where they can fire. I can have a couple of my cruisers hide behind the mountain or the island, and if I can fly around and show them where they're at, they can hide behind that island and just shoot for days, and they won't be able to know where they're at. So that's one of the main things of being on an aircraft carrier. You have to spot for your team. When you do spot, you obviously want to find the destroyers, but you also want to find other ships as well for them. So since I'm about running out of life, I'm going to go ahead and bomb this battleship with my bomb. I'm going to go straight on it. There we go. That helped kill him off. So now he's dead. I don't have to worry about him. So I'm going to switch to torpedoes here. And let's see what we can do. I'm going to turn into it a little bit here. Stay out of range of that guy. That Hyuga damaged me. I'm just out of spotting range for him, so I'm going to keep going now. At least now I have some support from my team over here by going over here. So let's go ahead and take off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this guy out just to make sure he can't get me. Now if I would have stayed right where I was at with my ship, I would have got destroyed already by these two battleships. So this Hyuga, it looks like he's getting damaged. He was either flooding or on fire, so I'm going to see if I can finish him off. Now with the Serov, you have a high lead time for torpedoes to arm. So I kind of want to shoot way back here. And he might be able to drive right through him. Yeah, he's going to get hit with one. Ooh, that almost killed him. So it looks like we're going to lose this one. As of right now, it's down to 4 ships versus 6. Unless I can take these 2 out right now. But my teammates did not help me at all on this, so unfortunately that's going to be the deciding factor here. Yeah, this Hyuga is about to go down. So I'm going to save from going on him, and I'm going to try and get this other battleship, this Dunkirk, out of the way. Because I can spot for those other guys. Oh, somebody destroyed him already. So much for my torpedoes. That's going to be a waste. I'm about to hit this island. I better turn around. Now what I might do is just hide right here. There's nobody around. Let's go see if I can help my teammates out. Since there's only 3 ships left in me, maybe I can help spot for him. Maybe I can go find that other carrier and get him out. Nobody finished off this Hyuga. He did a heal. Oh, there's even a destroyer down there.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Attention, reporting the target position.
So, with these bombers, I got skip bombed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip bomb. And I got this destroyer trying to block me out.
Fighter returning to ship.
He's still on fire. Maybe I might be able to kill him off. I gotta find that destroyer. He's gonna kill me. There he is.
Enemy battleship foundered.
I need help.
So yeah, like I said, my teammates really kind of screwed the pooch on this one. And there I go. Not much I can do. They're the two destroyers that I couldn't find because I was getting bombed. And I tried to take one out, but that's just one good example, guys, to show you when you don't have teammates that help you, that's another issue. You can only be as good as an aircraft carrier as your teammates allow, and unfortunately, right at the beginning, I was getting hammered, and I had to worry about moving. So, we're going to go ahead and leave this match, and we're going to start another one. And since that ship is still in battle right now, I'll go ahead and use my Pobeda, because it's going to be the same concept. Obviously, if you go on your 3, you got different fighting abilities for each carrier, but it's roughly the same thing for most of your aircraft carriers. You need to help your team out by spotting, and your team also needs to help you by doing airtight aircraft stuff to help take out those planes from bombing you. So let's go ahead and start this one. Voice chat is disabled, so okay, I just want to make sure I'm still good on that one. Alright, so let's see.
Action stations.
Alright, so I'm going to do the backup thing again. We got 3 destroyers, 2 cruisers. So I'm going to go ahead and use my bombs again, take off. Now the Serov is still a Soviet aircraft carrier, It's gonna be basically the same as the other one I was just in the Seraph. It takes off a little faster. The benefit is if you look at my consumables, I have a little shield with the airplane, and what that does is that for 10 seconds, I can receive 50% less damage to my airplanes. So when I go on a bombing run, I have more chances of surviving and having all 6 planes do damage, as opposed to a couple of them getting shot down. So that gets the extra consumable as well. Anyway, so what we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna spot. We're gonna start trying to see if we can find these destroyers. There's one right there. You can tell by the anti-gun. That's one way of finding out if there's a destroyer in the area. Is that they don't turn their anti-aircraft guns off. You can find them. So there's one of them right there. He knows I'm trying to see if I can set up a bomb, in which I'm not. I'm just trying to spot right now. I just want my teammates to know where he is at. See, there should be a destroyer over here somewhere. Going through the capture. Ooh! Planes are getting taken out by all the anti-air. See, that's one reason why you don't want to go bombing right away. You're just going to get shot down. You might as well use your planes for recon and see where all the ships are going. So let's see here. There's no destroyer over here yet. Oh, and I got shot down. So much for that. We'll go back to another bomber. I'm going to go ahead and stop the reverse. There's really no point in reversing into the borders like a lot of people like to do. It doesn't really hide you anymore. But it can help, so I see. So see, my team's asking for intelligence data. And they're asking for support over here. So I'm going to go over there and help them out. Take advantage of those engine cooldowns. That way I can fly faster to them. See, I got all my battleships over here, and cruisers, they don't know where to shoot because they can't see any of the enemies. We got only one destroyer there, and he's only can do so much. So if I fly over here, I can provide air support and give them targets to shoot at. So there we go. Got one of the destroyers. I'm going to go ahead and attack him. I'll put my boost on. And I'm going to take him out for my team here. That way he can die. Oh! One bomb missed and it didn't take him out. Oh, there it goes. I don't have enough bombers, so I'm going to go torpedoes. So 2 of the 3 destroyers on the team now for them are dead. But then yet again, 2 of ours are dead as well. So it's a tit for tat. But you can see what I'm talking about. You want to try and destroy those destroyers first, because they usually can do the most damage because they're so stealthy. Once those are out of the way, then you can start using your torpedo guys and start going after the cruisers, because the cruisers are, as most people know, those things are a pain in the butt. And we have a destroyer down there. I'm going to just do a wide spread of torpedoes here once we focus. Get a random one in there. He's in smoke, so he can't really see much until it's too late. If he starts moving, I might get a lucky shot on him. And once again, if you look, my team, there's no one here around me protecting me. I got this guy way over here on A. Looks like there's 2 ships over here firing on him. I only got 1 ship. Don't know where the other ones are at, but there's nobody protecting me right now from getting bombed. Luckily, it's okay, because I'm not getting bombed. And my team is starting to drop like flies. So I'm going to go help this guy over here, because it looks like there's nobody else over here other than me and maybe our other destroyer. And this guy's almost dead, so I want to give him some support. So we can kill him off, keep A. See, I got detected. That means the destroyer is around. So. Yeah, there's a destroyer. And he's about to hit by some of those torpedoes. He's gonna get hit. Oh, he just got hit. I'm gonna go back to my bomber, see if I can take out the destroyer, finish him off. So I am definitely being more of a supportive role in this particular game right now. I'm not really getting a lot of damage, which is okay. As a carrier, there's going to be times where you're going to get tons of damage. This is going to be one of those games that it's not. But that's okay. If we win the game, that's where you get the points. So unfortunately, there goes our last destroyer. So it looks like we're gonna lose this game unless I can take out a couple more of their ships. Oh, he's about dead. Where is that destroyer? He's around here somewhere. There he is. That's another way. You should turn off your anti-gun aircraft fire, buddy. That way I don't know where you're at. So yeah, it's just me and another battleship, so I'm pretty much done for here. This guy's gonna come get me. Oh, I'm not the last one. So at this point, there's really nothing I can do other than go for damage now. So I might as well just go for damage. Screw it. Go for the superstructure. Look at that, they only lost 2 destroyers. That tells you the other team definitely had a better plan of attack. They had a lot more of their ships dead. So it's unfortunate that it's like that, but it is what it is. You are going to get teams like that they don't care. They don't protect you. They only want to go get caps, try and get damage, points up, and they don't realize they're not going to get nearly as much points as they were to not win. They need to win. That's where the points are at, you know? So, those torpedoes will hit him. I'll get some damage out of him. I really don't have anything else I would do other than just in my misery. I might as well just go forward here and get an ass beating. Because I really don't have any more planes to fly out. 2 bombers and 1 torpedo.
Critical engine damage.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
See if I can get some more damage before I get killed. Nope. So that is that, guys. 2 games where I had teammates that definitely were not helping. Um, it sucks that it's like that, but it is what it is. It's you got to have teammates that know what the hell they are doing to help you out, and it's just unfortunate that this is like this. I'm gonna go ahead and start another game. Might as well keep this going here. But for the most part, you got to have teammates that help spot for you for AA fire to help you, so that way the other team doesn't know where you're at yet. And then also too, once you do that, hopefully you get the destroyer spotted for your team and where the other ships are at, so that way they can start firing. Because the best thing that is to your advantage is if you can get your cruisers and your battleships behind cover, which is where they really want to be, and you can tell your team where they're at. They can fire and hit those guys as long as they can see them, and they don't have to give up their position, other than the other team flying their planes around. So that's to the advantage of your team to get those ships spotted, especially if they're hiding behind islands as well. So you really, really got to help your team win an aircraft carrier. Now, there's going to be games, like I said earlier, that you just can't help, but you spot them real quick. That's great. You got your team doing what they need to do, and you can go ahead and just start knocking some DPM into these ships. Start knocking down those battleships down their health, so that way another battleship can get a couple citadels on them or something like that, and then wipe those battleships out. Because once those battleships are gone, it's pretty simple from there. You don't have to worry about big HP percentages going down, all that good stuff. Here, once again, another domination map. One of these guys, probably a battleship, I need to have stay around with me right here. So I'm going to go fly over here and see if I can find out where these other destroyers are at. There's only 1 destroyer and 2 cruisers, which is great, because once I spot them, I can get to work and do damage. So I'm going to put out there requesting support, see if one of those ships stays around me, and let's see what we get.
Requesting assistance.
So there's a bomber already from the other team. So I know that their aircraft carriers over here. I'm going to launch my fighters, see if we can kill off those bombers. There we go. There's the carrier. It's a Graf Zeppelin. So this will have a lot of Citadel hits on it from bombers. So watch this. Let's see if I can get the emblem on. And there's my fighter. Just shot down all 6 airplanes before it could even get past sea. So I'm going to go in for the kill here. He's back in there. Kind of misjudged that hit. At least I got 4 hits on fire, 10,000 damage. I'll take it. I'll take the damage. So I'll go back to bombers here. Now I probably should have just saved my airplanes and gone on the destroyer, but at this point, since there was nobody around, and I saw the aircraft carrier, I might as well see if I can take him out right away. Because if he can't fly around and spot your team, that right there is as well as a benefit. Most people actually with aircraft carriers tend to try and find that aircraft carrier first, and then try and go do everything else. In this case, look, most of the team is spotted. We already know where the heck they're at. And so there's that destroyer way over there. So my job as far as spotting the destroyer is no longer completed. I can go, oh, what is shooting at me? Alright, well, see that AA fire right there? That just took me out. So let's go to torpedoes. And let's see if we can take out. And look, I do have 1 teammate. Looks like he's AFK. That still doesn't matter. Planes fly over and it'll still shoot. Ooh, King
Concentrate
George.
fire on the target.
Oh, where'd those torpedoes come from? Oh, the Talon. Yeah, they have like Mark Jesus torpedoes, man. It's crazy. He helped me.
Enemy
Thank you.
battleship sunk.
Nice work.
Off to a great start.
Many thanks. Roger.
Fortunately, that Talon just got taken out. But his torpedoes really just helped me a lot. So I appreciate it, buddy. Those torpedoes are freaking fast.
Support that target. Fighter airborne.
Okay, that was a bad shot. Don't ask me why I did that. I did it though. I meant to go towards the island more. So I'm getting close to their spotting. I'm going back up just a little bit now.
Requesting assistance. Concentrate fire on the designated target.
My team's doing good over there. They're contested. It's okay. We're only down one ship. They got 2 battleships down on the other team. So if I can take these ones out or help, that's what I'm going to go for. You got to go with what the game flow is like, and that's just what the game is telling me to do. Oh, and he just sped up. Look at this guy. Oh, I only got 2 of them.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
So if you look at their map, it looks like they already have 2 battleships protecting their aircraft carrier now. I guess after me bombing them, they got really real bad about it. I'm gonna put some fire on this guy. There we go. Set him on fire. I helped him out. Boom. Battleship done. So I'm gonna go and stop this. And it would be smart for me to probably start moving over to the left, because I got all those battleships starting to come this way. 2 battleships and a cruiser and the aircraft carrier, they're all on this left side. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to stay right here. This is actually a good little spot. Because if they're coming this way, that's going to funnel them right into where we're wanting.
I need help. All stations retreat.
Okay, I got most of my bombers back. I'm going to see if I can
I need intelligence data.
get my 6 bombers before I take off here. There we go. Good.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Good, the Orleans went out. So now it's just the 2 battleships and the aircraft carrier. So the battleship 1, Iowa. There's the second one, the Nagato. See if I can fly in between them and go get that aircraft carrier. Unless he's moved. Yep, there's the bombers. Put my fighters out, take them out.
Fighter airborne.
Our team has taken the lead.
I should start shooting them down. There we go, 3, 4. He must be over here somewhere. Oh, he moved in the back. Yeah, so he moved against the border. Which, like I said, some people think is alright. It's not too bad. But it doesn't really do anything to hide you anymore. I can still get angles on you. Oh, shoot, they took out one of my planes. There we go, I got 5 hits on him with fire. He's half health. I'm gonna start moving up my aircraft carrier a little bit. Because at this time in the game, there's no point. 6 torpedoes, here we go.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
So right now it's just the Nagato and the aircraft carrier. Take them. So I'll send my torpedoes and we will go after the aircraft carrier. Now that we know where he's at.
Acknowledged.
And since we know he's over there in the corner, I'm going to go ahead and start angling for my torpedoes. Should come into view in a moment. There he is. Looks like he's starting to move. No, he didn't. He's still there.
Our victory is in sight.
Only 5 torpedoes hit? I had 6 torpedoes. Why would only 5 hit? He's almost dead. That one torpedo would have killed him off. These guys will probably end up getting a kill on him. Yep, they got it. All right, guys. So overall, just remember, as an aircraft carrier, mostly support. You gotta spot the ships for people. You want to find the destroyers first, and if you can, try and take out the destroyers first. If they're already lit up and you see your other teammates firing on them already, then you don't necessarily need to go and bomb over them. At that point, they already know where the destroyer's at. You can go to your torpedoes, or you can start bombing, your cruisers, or go looking for the aircraft carrier, because obviously if you're in a carrier, the other team has a carrier as well. And depending on which one it is, you can kind of plan accordingly. So like for me, all my planes attack, all of my torpedoes hit um, certain ships like Lexington. And here, if I go back, um, like the Hermes, that only has one plane attack at a time out of a group of like six. The Hosho, I think, has like 8 planes and only 2 attack at a time on that one. Same thing with the Langley. I did have the Lexington, but I'll let you guys know. If you're trying to grind out for ships, especially aircraft carriers, for the USA line, the Lexington is not all that great, to be honest with you. I was doing the Ranger for the longest time. Ranger was cool. I learned a lot playing the Ranger. But once I got to the Lexington, I couldn't wait to get it and try it out. Come to realize the Lexington is actually a lot worse, in my opinion, than the Ranger, for the fact that the bombers on the Lexington, you only have like, once you hit the button to attack and they dive, you only have like 6 seconds to put the bombs on the way you want. But with the Ranger, you have, it seems like forever, like 9 seconds, 8 seconds or something, to be able to put the bomb mark and get lower before you drop, because some people, you drop those bombs too much. That's why it puts the circle. That's your range of where the thing goes. And the closer you get to the ship, obviously the more accurate it's going to be and drop where you want it. So the Lexington just did not fit. It's basically a Ranger. It just has worse bombing capability. It's only good for torpedoes. And at tier 7, I just don't feel like using it when I can't use both torpedoes and bombs. So the Ranger was great, like I said, but the problem was it's just that tier 5 is just kind of weird, and I needed some extra credit, so I went ahead and sold it. I'm really not going to sell the Langley because it's not worth much to sell, but it is a good ship in tier 3 to really learn on and have fun with it. So that's the reason why I got rid of the Lexington here. It's not locked. I sold it. But Japan, the Hosho is okay. It's not all that. The Raiho is a little step up. The next one here, was Shikaku. I hear it's pretty good. When I get there, I'll check it out. But the UK, it's a joke. It's only one plane attacks. It's just like, oh, it sucks. The Furious, it gets quite a bit better. I can't wait to open that one up. I should probably grind that one. The Implacable, I heard, is just ridiculous. It's one of those things where it's like, if you get on the ridiculous, or not the ridiculous, the Implacable, it's just, I mean, carpet bombing, dive bombers. They drop a whole bunch of bombs. The torpedoes, they quickly arm after it drops. So like you saw on this one I dropped, it seems like it takes 7 seconds for them to arm, and then they finally can hit something. Where these ones you drop them, it's like 1 second later, they're already armed. And yeah, aircraft with high precision bombs, it's ridiculous. So anyway, that's my goal, is to get the Implacable and hopefully have some fun with that one on there. But yeah, here's your aircraft. Let's see, aircraft squadron, you get 8, but see, it only attacks in twos. With the dive bombers, though, they only 6 squadron, but it attacks in twos. So, it is what it is. Fire chances at 29%. Torpedoes are about 5,900 damage per torpedo, unless that's for all torpedoes. So let's see, if it only attacks in 2, that's 2 torpedoes. So that means each torpedo is roughly 3,000 damage per hit. Not too bad, but it's not all that great. 35 knot speed, so it's going to take forever for those torpedoes to get to their target. So you really got to figure out what you want to do on that one. But, considering you got destroyers that are shooting torpedoes at like 60, 70 knots. I mean, what was that Talon guy? I mean, his ship, did you see that? Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Where's that? There he is. He had the, I won't be able to see his ship. But that Talon, holy crap, dude, those torpedoes are just crazy. So, anyway, there's my XP. I could have done a little better. I was just kind of doing support for the most part. If I would have gotten into a little bit more, I probably could have done a little bit better, but that's not too bad. I mean, I'll take it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. That is how you play aircraft carriers. I appreciate you listening to me blab along as I play here. Um, so I hope you found it informative. If you don't mind, this is my brand new channel for gaming. Go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe, and I appreciate it. So, till the next one, guys, I'll see you later. Maddie, out.